Hey guys, how are you tonight? Let me move this a little bit. Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to go down a little bit. Can you guys still see me? Yeah? Okay. Colleen should be along in just a minute. Oh, there she is. Let me go ahead and add her in. Hey. Oh my God, I am so excited. I can't hear you though. Oh, no, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right, and we are live. Hey guys, so I'm Fancy.
I'm Colleen.
And this is Murder by Design live. We are so excited to be able to do this live broadcast. We've been trying to figure out a way to do them for a while. And so our friends over at SteamYard have helped us out. And I'm really excited about that. So if you're trying to do some lives and you want to be able to have extra people and not just yourself, StreamYard is really great. So we may be linking up with them a little bit more. So today we're coming to you. I'm sorry, my office is just a tad bit messy. I did want to show you something really quick though. Hey, Colleen, did you see my new shirt?
Oh, look at that shirt. Who are those beautiful ladies?
And then look, okay, so the back, you guys can kind of see it. This is from our serial killer Norris and Bittaker episodes. It's a conversation that Colleen and I had. It's kind of funny. We were talking about Norris and Bittaker and how they were telling their victims what they were going to do to them before they did it. And Colleen said, I don't understand why they have to be such assholes. And my answer back to her was, well, Colleen, they are sadistic serial killers. So there's that. And so that's what you get on the back of the shirt. On the front of the shirt, you get our little good wives, our little logo. There's a lot of other things in there. We've got some of us just being the good wives. There's, individual good wives. There's a couple other ones with sayings on the back. And of course there is, you want to tell them about the loved ones ones?
So we have our campaign through all of the hardship that is happening right now across our country, across the world. And it's a campaign of how love wins, hate breeds hate. And the only way to get through tough times like this is to put forward love out there. So it's a campaign. It's a scholarship fund. You'll enter in, a video of you saying how you lead with love, and you get entered into a scholarship fund. The proceeds of the shirt will go
a portion.
Yes.
Right. Portion. Yep. We have to pay the people that make it.
Yeah. So a portion of them will go into that scholarship fund. If you're not interested in the shirt, we do have a GoFundMe that we have the money, trail for you. You can see where it's going towards.
And all the money from that will go. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we've got our Love Wins shirts. They look, they're very similar, but they've got the hashtag Love Wins across the front. They have our logo on the back and Never Forget 2020 on the back. It's for all the lost lives, right? So, so you guys can check those out. There's also cups, mugs, stickers, magnets, even tapestries. Like, I don't know why you would want a tapestry, but they're there. So I'm really, really excited about that. But today what we're going to be talking about is the breaking news. And it's not really breaking. I mean, we all kind of knew it, and it's been floating out there for a few minutes, but it is the official release from the Rexburg Police Department on the Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell missing children, Tylee, Ryan, and JJ Vallow. We just got in their official press release from the Rexburg Police Department. Colleen is going to go ahead and post that over on our Facebook page, The Good Wives Guide to True Crime. That's facebook.com/truecrimewives. So you can actually look at it, but I'm going to read it here and then we're going to discuss. Okay. So it's the press release. You guys can see here. So you see it, it's official. And it came out today. It says update on missing children's case, Vallow Ryan, 6/13/2020. On 6/9/2020 at approximately 7 hours, the Rexburg Police Department, assisted by the Fremont County Sheriff's Office, Idaho State investigators, and the FBI, served a search warrant at the Chad Daybell residence in Fremont County in regards to a missing children's investigation involving Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. During the search of the property, investigators found what appeared to be 2 sets of unidentified human remains. The remains were taken to the medical examiner's office where an autopsy and positive identification was performed. It is with heavy hearts that we now confirm that those remains have now been officially identified as those of JJ Vallow and Tylee Ryan. We would like to thank all of the law enforcement officers involved, the Fremont County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, family, friends, and everyone throughout this community and across the country for their diligent and tireless efforts to find JJ and Tylee. It is not the outcome we had hoped for to be able to find the children safe. Our hearts and prayers go out to the families of JJ and Tylee. The investigation is still active and ongoing. Assistant Chief Hagan, Rexburg Police Department. So, and thank you, whoever said I love your shirt. Thank you so much. But I know a lot of us were holding out hope, including myself, that maybe they had stashed them somewhere in this crazy cult that they've got going on. But apparently, that is not the case. Apparently, these children are no longer with us in spirit. So.
And I think, you know, in the coming weeks and months as the investigation progresses, that we'll find out when and how they died, if they had been gone since September, or if it was in the meantime. So we don't know yet. We don't know how they died yet, but we had been holding out hope that they're hiding away in the cult somewhere or in a bunker somewhere. But
and from what I understand, they were pretty skeletal, so pretty decomposed. So I guess they've been there for a while. Now the funny thing is that I heard, you know, I guess some people were saying that they thought that Lori rolled over on Chad. But I've been hearing now that may not be the case. Some people are saying that they think what happened is they put together the information from conversations that they had, because, you know, I mean, like, who doesn't know that you're being taped when you're talking to the other person? But apparently, I mean, Lori supposedly lost it when she heard that he had been arrested. She was like tearing up the pod, supposedly. I mean, that's what we're hearing from sources inside the jail. I don't know.
I think, you know, from what we have been hearing, that they were releasing information slowly since she's been arrested in prison. Like, I think that's so idiotic. And they like had a very pinpoint location on that property to search. And so we had kind of discussed, like, were they giving longitude and latitude over the phone?
Right.
Like, some sort of details, you know, like 50 feet left of the water tank, and, you know, some sort of details, because they seem to know. And, you know, some people, you know, wonder why it took so long to search the property. Well, you got to have cause. You need to have the actual information. You can't dig up an entire...
Right. So, well, Joseph Scott Morgan was even explaining that not just cause, like, they had to have a specific idea. Like they can't just say the whole property. They have to have an idea of where they're going. And he said, you know, they didn't go left and they didn't go right. They went directly to this spot and began digging. And if you look in the backyard, it's a very small area where they had the blue tents up marking things and everything, because we got some aerial overhead stuff. Yeah, Ty, they were found on the property of Chad Daybell. He has a large property, and that was found on his property. You know, I wonder now what the story is going to be. Like, is she going to try and pin it on the fact of he did it, she didn't know, she was just following him, and he told her that they were zombies and had been swept away, and she didn't know that the children were really dead this whole time? Or is he going to try and say she did it and he helped her cover it up? I mean, I think this is going to be a nightmare for prosecution.
Yes. I mean, because they're both nuts. Absolutely nuts. And they don't know how to keep their mouth shut about the things that they should and should not. Their cult, like, they had a podcast. Like,
yeah,
the insanity of a podcast, and just the amount of sheer craziness and the amount of unfortunate death that surrounds the two of them. Because unfortunately, it's not just these two children. There are spouses, there are siblings, that it's a family tree that it reminds me in
the family death tree, like,
well, so like in Harry Potter, like Sirius Black's family tree on the wall, and then every time somebody dies, it's like blasted out, like it's like that.
Yeah. You know, Sophie, you make a good point. Even with the cadaver dogs, they really needed. They seemed like they knew exactly like where they were going. Which, you know, like, I don't know. And they said that it was close to a fire pit. So I wonder if they tried to burn the remains, because there has been some things that have come out that have been talking about that the kids were it was violently done, or it was gruesome. The remains were gruesome. So I'm wondering if they tried to burn those remains. I mean, there's a lot of things that I think that could have been happening there. But man,
well, and with their belief system, who knows?
right.
They believe that people can come back alive and maybe destroy the remains so that the way they can't come back as zombies
and come back, yeah, right, like through portals. But if there's a portal, like literally, why is Lori not walking at the damn jail going into a portal? Like, hello? Or is that her zombie like figure, and she's out really actually running around? Like, I mean, God,
they might have one of the clearest cases for me of the insanity defense.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
I think they know what's wrong and right, but they've got, years long, documented evidence of very off the wall insanity defense type things. Like they are clearly
the word egregious. Yeah, egregious. Yeah. And the thing is this makes it very clear. This press release makes it very clear, because some people had thought maybe he was really being arrested in the death of his wife, Tammy, his first wife, but this made it very clear that no, this was an investigation that they were doing into the Vallow Daybell children, or Vallow Ryan children, and it's just these people. It's like they leave a wake of death behind them. They're like the Grim Reapers, man.
Yes.
It's just crazy to me,
it's been a long expected thing. This case started kind of like breaking out in early January, along with Evelyn Boswell, along with Gannon Stauch. It was like, where are the children of 3 different families across the country? And it is unfortunate to say that all of the children are dead.
Right. This was the last one. This one went on more than it ever needed to. Like, this was crazy. And to me, it was just interesting that she just sat there and, thank God that the judge kept saying, nope, no bail, no lowering of bail, no lowering of bail, no lowering of bail, because I think if she had gotten out, they would have blown the coop.
Oh, hell yeah. They already flew the coop to Hawaii.
Right. So it's not much further to go any further. But I mean, then again, it was mid of COVID, where travel was heavily banned. So maybe they would have been able to stick around. I don't know. Yeah. But we wanted to come on today and just do a quick update about this case. So let's see. I'm trying to think of the other things that we've heard about it real quick before we log off here. He has not posted bail. I watched the hearing the morning that he went in. He's got that stupid smirk on his face, just like her. It's just so smug, just smug. It just bugs the shit out of me. Like,
right? They both just pretend like this isn't happening. Like, there's no emotion at all. Like,
well, creepy emotion with smiles.
Well, okay, but like, there's no like, oh my God, my children, like, not, oh my God, my children are missing. Like, no, there's a reason that you would not produce the children.
You couldn't produce the children.
Right. It was, nope, not going to happen. And again,
this case was so weird with the storage space and them coming and her selling them their stuff. And it reminded me a little bit of the Lisa Snyder case that we broke last year, which we haven't heard a whole lot more on that, because she's been sitting around waiting for, a hearing because of the court situation right now, so she hasn't been able to have her due process, so we've got a lot of cases that were really, really sad within the last, I don't know, just 6-7 months,
well, and we've heard things about Leticia Stow. Quick update is that there's the potential where she might be trying to go for the insanity defense, which complete bullshit. No
Oh yeah.
way. No.
Oh,
There is
I think what she's doing is she thinks she's going to get one. You know, they're talking about putting her in a mental health facility, but you know, I'm hoping that any decent mental health facility doctor, you know, psychiatrist is going to see right through her bull crap. That woman is not mentally unstable in the way of being like cuckoo cuckoo. She's mentally unstable because she's a psychopath. Like,
right. There was texting. You got your daughter to help clean up his body. You hid
who
his
does
body.
that?
You hid his body. Then when you knew you were going to get busted, you tried to put him down into the Gulf of Mexico. There's clear evidence of the text messaging,
Changing stories,
right? Claiming to be raped, and then he allowed me up to let him in, and then I went back down. Like no. Like there's deliberation. There was choice.
In all these cases.
Yes.
In all of them. I'm sorry. In all of them, they made choices, you know. You're right, Sophie. Chad was placed in a different jail, so they can't communicate now, which is good. But I do think that law enforcement in each one of these cases, I do believe that they have been meticulously working. Eduardo? Huh? Oh, LE is law enforcement. Eduardo, that's funny. Law enforcement. Yeah, I think that law enforcement is definitely been working where we couldn't, you know, we didn't know, but I think they've been working on these cases, all three of these cases that we mentioned, diligently to bring justice for these children. So
especially with, I think in Gannon's case, they didn't say a lot of things until they had the right time. They charged her, and then they're like, okay, well, where's his body? And they knew. And Evelyn Boswell's case is a little bit more tight-lipped, but I know that they have to do a lot of work for, you know, that poor baby. But I do believe that all the law enforcement investigators in these cases are doing a spectacular job.
And we're in contact with all three on all those cases. So we'll be getting more and more updates from the police as they come in. We'll be posting them on our Twitter and our Facebook accounts. You're going to see some new branding coming across our channels. We've got a social media manager who's helping us to kind of bring everything together and make it look real crisp and clean. We're very excited about the direction that Murder by Design and the Good Wives Guide to True Crime is taking. We're going to try and come to you live more often now that we can do it.
Oh, Sophie, yes.
Oh, Eduardo is the name of the guy that Leticia said raped her. Yes. Eduardo. Like, whatever. Eduardo. Lies.
So many lies.
But yeah, guys, we're really excited about the things that we're going to be able to bring down the pipe. We're going to be having on this channel, we'll have Kirk Nurmi, who is a former lawyer. He worked on the Jodi Arias defense case. He's going to be appearing to give us some legal advice, different things in these cases. We'll have Stephen David Lampley, who obviously, you know, 22 years as an SVU detective, several of those years undercover, breaking up, you know, child pedophile rings and child trafficking rings. So he's got great information. We've got Cheryl Mac McCollum, from the Cold Case Research Institute, who's going to be giving her expertise once a month too. And then, of course, our favorite death investigator, who gives us way more time than we should ever feel entitled to, Joseph Scott Morgan.
And he really brings you that medical information and so concrete and makes us, you guys can understand. I always love when he's like, feel right here.
You're right. And there's a hook, and I love it.
Yeah, he gives us so much time, and we love him.
Yeah. And if you missed it, he did an entire, he went piece by piece through the autopsy report of George Floyd, which we've been covering for the last couple of days. We had Stephen David Lampley on talking about the riots and what from being a former riot team leader and what you should expect to see there and how that's different from a peaceful protest. And we had Cheryl, who came on and kind of told us about walking the Ahmaud Arbery scene, because she's been doing that. She walked it with Nancy Grace and Karen Greer from CSI Atlanta. So she's coming on, and you know, we did those interviews. So you definitely should check those out because they were very great. Also, the other night I appeared over on Web Sleuths over here on YouTube, and we talked all about the breaking news of the Vallow case. So, and we'll be back on Web Sleuths next Wednesday. Me, Colleen, and Christina all will be on there, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Gypsy, because that's where we got started, and we're finally going to do
Scott Peterson. And I know you guys we've been teasing it out for a while, and it's it's going to be covering the brief points of that, because that is a whole head-to-head battle that we're going to be having.
He's guilty. Yes, he's definitely guilty.
Absolutely not.
As you can tell, we don't agree on this. So
no, you're going to be... Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting Web Sleuths, and it's going to be a great podcast.
When we get it out. And we're sorry that we've been teasing it for so long. We really meant to bring that to you early on in the second season here. Oh, I agree, Sophie. Guilty. But
I got facts.
She's got facts, according to her. Anyway, we've been teasing it out. We meant to bring it to you at the beginning of our season 2 of the podcast, but with all these amazing interviews that we've done, and we still have, I think, 5, 6, 7 interviews that we haven't even got out yet, because it's just been an amazing amount of things that we've done. We still have another series that we're doing as an update on Tiger King. We have Joseph Vast, or let's see, was it? Yes, no, Thomas Backstrick, who was a handwriting expert on the case. There was Joseph Fritz, who was a longtime lawyer and friend.
He's a lawyer.
Still a lawyer. He's in his 70s now, and still a lawyer. But he was a longtime friend of Dawn and Carol. And so we've got so much that we are bringing forward, guys. So you're going to want to keep checking back with us. Make sure that you hit the subscribe and bell so you don't miss anything. Okay, because you're going to want to do that. And we're going to be doing some sort of giveaway here, because we are super, super close to hitting our goal of 1,000 subscribers before the end of June. So we're going to do some sort of giveaway. We're working it out with our new social media manager. Maybe you'll get a shirt or something. But hey, guys, if you love what you're seeing here, go ahead and give us a share and a like, out there in the universe, because you can help us get to that goal, and that helps us keep bringing you more stuff. So anybody have any questions that they want to ask before we sign off here? We've got a couple of other things. We're recording some other videos today, because we're going to get back into the swing of things, releasing, our podcast on Wednesdays and doing Fridays and Sundays on here. So, we're really looking to try to get back to what we were doing before all this crazy mess hit. We've just been
thank you, Sophie. We appreciate it. Tell your friends to give us a listen. Share it all across your social media.
Yes.
People want to listen. We are unique, and we have good information.
Let's see, Jamie out here. Oh, hey, Jamie. Jamie is one of our producing partners on a couple of other things that we're working on, guys, that are aside from the podcast and this YouTube. Thank you for joining us today, Jamie. The weather here is, it's okay. It's hot, very hot. But it looks like we might get some rain again, which I'm really not excited about. How are you? How is it up there, Colleen, where you are?
So yeah, I'm up here in Wisconsin, and so it had been super, super hot last week, and now it's the last 2 days it's been like 65. So we've got the patio door open.
Nice.
65 is like my happy zone, and like I keep my house at 66 because I like it cold. So
I turn it to 69 at night. I keep it at like 72 during the day.
No.
Yeah. And that's like freezing. I usually end up in my bathrobe several times. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, or today, actually, still. And we finished, talking about the Vallow case. If you missed any part of this, go back to the beginning. We did read the entire press release. And like I said, that will be on our Twitter page and our Facebook, The Good Wife's Guide to True Crime. And just so you know, if you've been following us on Murder by Design on any of the Twitters or Instagram or anything, we're actually combining all of those with our one Instagram. It's going to be just instagram.com/truecrimewives. Same thing over on Twitter. And we will still keep both pages up on Facebook, just because we have so many of you over on the By Proxy page. But a lot of our updates will from now on be on the Good Wives Guide to True Crime socials. We won't be maintaining the others as much, just because we wanted to kind of bring it all together under one house. So guys, thank you so much. And we enjoy your following us, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Bye.